Welcome back to the channel. Today we've got the 2024 X5 M60i. This is an individual British racing green. This is technically, I think, what they called at the time of ordering was the launch edition of the M60. Obviously it didn't make launch, but this was emailed out to dealerships, I think back in January. I think the same time as the M3 CS, which was then called a special model M3 ordering process. So you can choose from a different selection of individual colors for this special edition X5, as well as I think the interior and maybe the wheels. I think that was about it. Everything else was sort of packaged together in terms of being standard. Paint cost you $5,000. Frozen black, I'm sure, was one of the colors, but this one of my favorites is British Racing Green, and we'll have the very lovely Green and Tan Society look. We'll show that momentarily. So this vehicle is actually part of a dealer trade. So we actually traded this one away to another dealership for something in return. And so this is my only chance really to take a look at the car and show you around this particular special build. So this again is prior to pre-delivery inspection, which means some of the stuff isn't working. And tow hook covers are hidden away somewhere to be installed later. And then you've also got some of the shipping stuff still on there, so lots of wrapping, etc. So, brand new X5 M60i. We can see driving assistance professional sensors. Now, this one does have it, but all X5s are going to have that sensor down there. So if you don't order Driving Assistance Pro, you still will not be able to get it. You will have to settle for what they call Driving Assistance Plus, which would be basically the active cruise control or distance control as it shows up in the instrument panel. Revised headlights and daytime running lights. So see, this one has a shadow line package, so those blue elements are removed from the headlights. You can see cornering light as well. Shadow line lights did all that. And then shadow line package, so a blacked out, looks like sort of like a gloss black look. M badging and double slat kidney grills, not my favorite look. All right, so moving over to the side, we have style 741M wheels with the red M Sport calipers, and looks to be Hankook tires. Again, these are OEMs tires, so I think it's one of the few times I've seen Hankooks on here. Over the side, we have our faux breather gill and our finger of truth. It says all this is fake. Black mirror caps, black roof rails. Moving out back, a revised tail lights, X5 M60i badging in chrome, and our faux diffusers painted in body color with a little sort of like maybe frozen-ish gray, not quite frozen gray, but sort of like a dark gray trim around the rest of the bumper. You do technically have quad exhaust. We'll take in our lovely British Racing Green, make our way to the inside, go over pricing and options on this build. All right, so opening up with some of the plastic still covering things is the Tartufo extended merino leather option. So the brown and tan society, if you will. So really good contrast with the British Racing Green. And then feels like leather dashboard as well. And our carbon fiber interior trim for, I think it's like 300 bucks. You get a pretty good deal. So lots of carbon fiber across the dashboard, as well as the center console area. And we've got our drive selector nub, glass controls for that, as well as the iDrive controller. And a little bit of carbon fiber trim on the door panel. Then our M Sport steering wheel, which you've seen for quite some time. And then M color stitching on the steering wheel, which is new for the performance models. And strangely enough, there's a replace battery thing on this thing. car's brand new. What the hell's going on here? All right, so iDrive 8 instrument panel, as well as the rest of the curved display. All right, so let's talk about pricing. So starting price of the X5 M60 is $89,300. British Racing Green adds another $5,000. The leather adds another $1,950. Driving Assistance Pro another $2,100. The M Sport Pro package another $650. Parking Assistance package for another $900. The Exec package for $1,650. Climate Comfort package for another $1,000. $950 for the 21-inch wheels. Then $300 for the carbon fiber trim. All told, MSRP of just under $105,000. This one does not have the Bowers and Wilkins sound system, so you have Harman Kardon sound system as the default standard on the X5 M60. Let's take a look at the back seat as well. All right, so here's our back seat with the lovely Tartufo leather. All right, and here's the view from the back seat with our revised cockpit. You can see on the right-hand side that ambient lighting with the M motif, if you will. That's first appeared on the X5 M60i. Now on its little baby brother. That's essentially what you're getting here. Some high gloss trim around the climate controls for the back seat. And the two zones back here. And then knee room and leg room is pretty good. All right, and then headroom is really not an issue on the X5. And because we have the Sky Lounge, because we have the executive package, we get the Sky Lounge. So there's little LEDs here, obviously not lit up because it's quite bright outside right now. But that'll be the same as your ambient color. Whatever you choose will show up there. All right, let's make our way to the back here. We'll use our kick to open. Here's the cargo area. Let's see, underneath there you do not have a spare tire, but a little bit extra space, so if you do want to get space saver spare, that's where it would go, or if you spec it with it. So out back, you got a little 12-volt adapter input there, but nothing else. No controls for the back seats. Those are all now manual controls to fold down those seats. You can see the controls right there to fold them down. Use our kick to close. Let's make our way to the front of the vehicle and pop the hood. Talk about what's under the hood. All right, so making our way there. So underneath the hood is the S68 4.4 liter V8 twin turbo engine. Same horsepower and torque figures as the previous M50i. So 523 horsepower and 553 torques. I did mention it is an S engine. However, for the M60 or M Performance models featuring the S68, so you do not need to come in for the 1,200-mile run-in service that you would normally get on an S engine. You do have a sort of break-in period for the engine that's displayed in the iDrive, or in the instrument panel each time you start the vehicle. I think it's 310 miles at the beginning before you get full power on the S68, and that's true of this X5 M60 as well as the X6 M60, as well as the X7 M60 and the XM. But in X5M, you will still have reduced power output. You will also have the required run-in service at 1,200 miles. This one, as a reminder, does not require that run-in service that you would normally expect out of an S-designated engine. That's it for a quick tour around the X5 M60 in British Racing Green, and we'll see you at the next video.